Christine. Time for a Scraplift Crafternoon. Let me show you the Scraplift here. It's by happy_scrapper_J9. I think there's a video too, and if so, there will be a link below. But she's got this white background with like polka dot. I think it's a pattern paper technically. It looks to me like she's got maybe a stencil work behind, like maybe stamped words. And then she's got these horizontal torn papers here, their little photo, bunch of little puffies, little florals, and then some jewels and stuff stuck in here. So here's what I've got going on. I've got some ideas here. First off, I got this picture of my daughter. I think I'm going to actually move it to the right because she's kind of looking this way. So mine will be essentially a mirror image, but basically the same. She just looks really pretty, and I like it. And it was in my little jar of pre-printed photos over here. I printed out before and hadn't used. And then what I have is Scrap Room Flavor of the Month from November. And I really want to use this up, y'all. So I pulled this out because I think I can use, I'm going to use actually a blue cardstock versus the white. And then I've got these papers here. I think I can tear, you know, these ones here. And there's a few little stickers and stuff, of course. But then I've also got, I have a ton of kind of old letter stickers, y'all. I have a scrap rack over here, and there's just tons of old letter stickers. And my hope and prayer is I can figure out some words to spell out of these things. Because they kind of match the papers. And like, I haven't even opened this one, and I've had it 100 years. How long have I had this? 2010, y'all. So I thought to myself, you know, instead of stamping, which I might have some letters somewhere, but I'm not really sure. I didn't tend to buy alphabet stamps. Instead of stamping, I think I'm going to try to spell it out with stickers. And then I do have just a few little stickers here that I maybe can use for the puffies and stuff. And I'm thinking the title might be Hello Lovely is what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm going to start with. I will still have to pull out, and I haven't pulled them out yet, but I have to put my little jewels. And I may get some floral stickers because I don't think this is going to, that didn't have near enough. So I'm going to probably go into my sticker books over here and get some floral stickers. But let me be back. I'm going to trim this for just a second. I need to look at the stencils too. I didn't look at that. So let me look at that. I'll be back on just a second. Okay, gang. So I have gone ahead and matted the photo there with the black cardstock, similar to the, well, she had done it on hers. I actually don't end up, she has a little word phrase at the bottom of her photo, and I like that, but I didn't really have anything. And plus, I think my photo is just a little shorter, and I think it would have messed up my photo just a little bit. So I didn't do that, but I did mat it in the black. And I've gone ahead and I've got my little stencil here, and I decided to use, I had pulled out a couple of different colors. And y'all, I've done put them away to do the voiceover, and I think it was robin's egg or something. It was the lightest of the three that I had, and I went ahead and I did that because the dark I thought was going to end up taking away from what I was doing. So I do like the light. I actually contemplated sprinkling the darker all over the paper to make it look kind of like her polka dots. But then I just got to worrying about that because I thought I'm not sure I have the right colors, and I didn't really want to mess up what I had going on because I was kind of happy with it. So I go, I'm not going to mess this up. So I've gone ahead and like use my stencil here. Now I probably should use a little washi tape, honestly, to hold it down because I feel like I shifted here and there, but it doesn't matter too much because it does get covered up by basically the letters and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to cut away because I got done with that. I did clean my mess up just a little bit. And now here's where I'm looking at these papers. Now this little plaid looking deal here, I ended up cutting it too long initially. Well, I decided on this size and I tear it. And then I lay it down there and I start looking and realizing that the Scraplift, this was kind of in the middle of the other two, or the other pattern. And the picture kind of came, not maybe though, it kind of went off of it a little bit. And mine was too tall. So in a minute, I'm going to actually trim that up just a minute. So I'm going to lose a few of those colors at the top, basically is what I'm saying here. And so I'm looking at my words. I did go through all my letters, and I put them on wax paper. And I was able to spell out beautiful, smart, lovely, unique, pretty, warm, Brooke. And I actually had the word tall. You can see that underneath the word unique there. I don't actually end up using that. I don't have room at the end of the day here when I start putting all this stuff down. And it was probably the least, I don't know, tall. I mean, okay, that's not exactly an inspiring adjective, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I had pulled it out because I go, that's what I have in the way of letters. But I don't end up using it. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of size all this stuff up. And I think at this point, no, I haven't cut that yet. I'm going to end up trimming it again in just a moment. But I realized I've got the floral, and you notice, I don't know if you probably see there, I had cut a big old circle out of it. So I don't have a ton. I only had the one piece that was kind of all the way across. It was really tall enough. And so I pulled the other piece, I'm tearing it, and I get most of the way across. And it's okay. Again, I'm actually going to make this work because the photo is going to come down over my little bit of gap I got going on there. And I just need a little small torn piece. So I'm going to do that. I'll trim it and make the side flat so when it goes down, it doesn't look strange. But that's what I'm going to end up having to do here. And then I'm going to put it to the side for just a minute while I do my letters because I wasn't certain. Looking at how she did it, she had stamped and some kind of went up underneath the edge or whatever. I wasn't really sure about it yet. So I've kind of got this sized up and I'm going to set it to the side. And then I'm going to start laying my stickers down. Now, y'all, these stickers, oh, wait, first, y'all, I got to trim the top of this. This is where, I'm realizing it's too tall. And I need it to be a little smaller for that to look kind of right. Sorry, there's cat hair on my layout here. And so now you can kind of see this is where I'm at. So it looks a little more correct. I did lose a little bit of colors on my plaid at the top, but it's okay. It looks fine. This is still my palette. So I'm going to set that stuff to the side for just a minute while I put my words down. And I'm going to put, I'm going to end up cutting away because y'all don't need to sit here and watch me. And I will end up, because these are so old, y'all, I will end up having to use some glue underneath literally every letter. So I'm not going to make you guys watch me glue all that down because it does take me a minute. Those poor little letters, they have no adhesive on the back. I did the top 3, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the papers because I got a little worried if I tried to, I didn't know how to do the words underneath, so I need to get my papers down here. So I'm going to assemble all this stuff. I switched out my glue, y'all, my little ATG glue, and he's misbehaving as it usually does right there at the beginning. I got to get it into practice, I guess, and it's probably operator error, not the glue, but I got to get that underway. So, all right, I'm just kind of gluing this stuff together. This picture, y'all, so just, this was actually when my daughter was off at college. I forget what little event they had. I believe it was one of her sports team things. They had they usually like a banquet or some kind of dinner or something at the end. Maybe like a awards dinner or something. She looked really pretty. I'm not going to lie. She'd cut her hair. I always get sad when she cuts her hair because if y'all seen pictures of her, if you watched me at all, you've seen various different pictures of her, and she has this really long, beautiful hair, and she knows every time she cuts it, she likes it because it's easy to take care of. If you can kind of see, she doesn't curl her hair. That's kind of a little wave in it. So I think it's a little more manageable, and especially when she was playing sports, it's easy to get up it's heavy when it's long like that. So she kind of likes it a little bit short, but it always hurts my feelings when she does that. But she's a grown woman, so what can I say, She got real hurt feelings the other day when I told her she was just cute with short hair, but she was stunning with long. She goes, "You called me ugly." I'm like, "You're not ugly, you're just cute." Kind of caused a little hurt feelings, and I didn't mean to. Well, I kind of did a little bit because I wanted to leave it long, but it is what it is. I got into my sticker book over here. I think this is called Daydreamer. I forget who the maker is. I probably should tell you. If you really want to know, just let me know in the comments and I'll look it up. But it's called like Daydreamer. And it's got these little clear floral stickers with this kind of rose gold. Y'all see them letters, they're just popping off all over the place. I haven't glued them down yet because I'm still trying to get my sizing and stuff. But it's like a little rose gold foiling on it. And it's really pretty. I don't know if rose gold and the gold that I end up using should have been paired, but I think it looks pretty, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I like these little florals on here, and I'm kind of putting where she's got them. And then I thought, I'm going to put my title down. I'm all over the place, I feel like, y'all. I don't really know why. And I realized, too, so when she stamped her words, she used different adjectives, different than what she used on she used like adorable, I think it was. And so that was a different word than what she had stamped. So I know I've got lovely on here twice. But y'all, I went back and looked at the letters to see if there was anything else I could spell. And it really there wasn't enough letters to spell anything else. So we're going to have lovely on here twice. And I think that's okay because she is very lovely. So I'm going back through my florals. I'm just kind of putting those down. Y'all, it took me just a second to get these darn florals off of here too. And it's my fingernails, I think. I don't know. But I kind of just filled out my little, she kind of had it in a bit of a square. I guess she's kind of got this band, going down the middle of the layout with all the decorations and embellishments and whatnot. And then I did decide I want to put my photo up on foam here. So I'm going to do that. And I grabbed a few pieces out of my little baggie. I've stopped, I need to stop cutting into new pieces until I use up some of these little mini pieces over here. So now I've decided I need to, go back in there. I have to have one more floral, y'all. It was kind of weird looking up on the upper right. So I decided to put another floral. And then I also realized, she had little jewels on her layout. I think she had like little enamel dot type jewels or, dimensional jewels. And then I thought, well, these little rose gold dots on this sticker sheet are real pretty. So I decided to go ahead and use these. Y'all, I have so many sticker books. I went through a spell where I was using bullet journaling. I still use planners, so I don't want to suggest I don't. But I have to I've got so many sticker books. I have to use some of these up because I went through a spell, y'all. I was buying a sticker book all the time. It was kind of ridiculous. I don't even know how much money I've got invested in darn sticker books. I think each of them are $20. I probably have $500 worth of sticker books over there. Please don't tell nobody. That's kind of shameful, I think, because I don't use them as much as I used to. But anyway, I'm going to put these little dots around. And then I also see the little hearts, and I kind of like the little hearts. So I'm going to put these little hearts down there. And I really like how this is kind of coming out. I'm thinking this is really pretty. I kind of like it. And then I put that away because I go, okay, now I got to get my puffy stickers. And I actually pull out a star first, I think. I don't remember now if I pull out the star first or if I pull out one of these little hot air balloons. I end up using a couple of the little hot air balloons, but I think I pull this star off. So I pull out this star because she had a star on hers. And I set it down on there. And then I leave that on there for just a minute. And then I got to thinking, Christine, you've got hearts and flowers and stuff. I don't really want to introduce a whole nother icon here. So I'm going to pull that off and just use hearts after all. So, and there's still plenty of those in here too. So that's okay. So I put a couple little hearts on the photo. And let me see what else I got going on here. I keep going back to these little puffies. I got to find something. Yeah, this is where I'm just putting these little various different hearts. Now, again, this is where I said there's some gold on these. But that's okay because now my title has gold too versus just rose gold. So I put a couple little old hearts on here, and then I'm going to pull out, like I said, I would decide, I don't know what made me do it, but I like the little hot air balloons, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull some of those out too. Sometimes, you know, you just got to use stuff. It's like, I just got to use it. I also ended up pulling out that little old pink horseshoe, so no real good reason, except I just think she's kind of lucky, so I guess I'll pull that out, and I'll put that down there in just a minute, because I think it's kind of cute, but I think I do these hot air balloons first. 1 second here. Let me see what I got going on. I'm trying to pull this stuff off, and y'all, sometimes I struggle. And there's no good reason because it's not like it's hard to get. There's that hot air balloon. So it's got the little, what is that, a teal or like a little, it's still in the same color family, I think. Then I found another little heart too. It's kind of a smoky gray blue. It's okay. It all fits together, I think. I think this is a real bright, fun layout, and I'm kind of enjoying it, actually. And I think that's all I'm going to do after I put I got that little horseshoe down there already. And I'm kind of looking, and I think I decide maybe one more heart here. I don't know. Not much left if there is. Yeah, I think I put one more little heart. And then that's all I'm going to do, y'all. I think this turned out really cute. I think it's an homage to the original lift. I think it's really pretty. And I'm happy with this collection, too. This Paige Evans is real pretty. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist and everybody playing along. I'm not sure how many this week. We've added somebody, too. So make sure you check out the full list. And we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.